Hi product people, I'm Torrance Hart, and today I'm going to be telling you my 5 tips on how we prepare for a photo shoot before the photographer arrives so that we can move as quickly and efficiently as possible, get great photos, but inexpensively. So tip number 1 is this light box. Not only is it an awesome way to have your lighting really set up before the photographer arrives, but it's also a great thing to have on hand so that you can take some photos for Instagram or Pinterest and you get your lighting perfect every time. You just put this bad boy by a window, not in direct sunlight, but in a light and bright area, and this thing is magic. The light comes through, it diffuses the light beautifully so that you don't have shadows and weird, awkward lighting or have to try to use like professional setups or anything like that. This thing is amazing. We've even had photographers who have all the fancy equipment. When they come to a shoot and see this and shoot inside of it, they're like, give me the link, this thing is awesome. And I've linked to it below. It comes in a bunch of different sizes. We're kind of maniacs about it, so we got the biggest size they have. But they have nice small sizes so that you can just shoot in a room or in your house or anything like that. And it's super inexpensive, lasts forever. Number 2 is mats. So it's really nice to have a beautiful backdrop for your photos. And I know when I first started off, I would spend a ton of money on this, buying really ornate or even painted backdrops for flat lays or backgrounds for my images. And then a year ago, I found something awesome. It's these mats here. And basically what they are is the material that framers use to make the mats on photos. But framers buy them uncut so that they can cut them to whatever width they need. So these are sold on Amazon in a big, huge pile that come in every color, I think for just a little over $100, and I've linked it below here too. So you've got all the backdrops you need. What's great about these is they're nice and thick, and they're really large, so they work for flat lays, both vertical and horizontal for your website or Pinterest, whatever you're shooting for. And they are also matte. So they're not shiny, they're not gonna reflect the flashback or anything like that. And the colors are just really, really nice. Nothing too bright and crazy, but certainly any color you could want in one pack there. So tip 3 is to have everything laid out before the photographer arrives. I know that sounds obvious, but I was definitely running around trying to urgently find things or design things or find products that I needed when the photographer was there. And guess what? Most of them charge by the hour, so you don't want to be doing that. You want to have everything made and set aside ahead of time. So this is everything that we are shooting today when our photographer arrives, and bonus points for actually laying it out in the order that you want to shoot it. If you are using these backdrops, kind of a bonus tip is to lay them out by which backdrop you're using. So if you're starting with a blue backdrop, put down all of the products that you want to shoot on the blue backdrop. Next, you're moving to green, all the products that you're shooting on the green backdrop. That way, it's really efficient. You put one backdrop down, you move all of your products, and you get a ton of photos, and then you switch the backdrop. That is going to be super duper efficient. Number 4 is to be by the light. And I mentioned that when I was talking about this light box here, but you don't want to have to rely on artificial light. You don't want to be shooting at night, certainly not. And you don't want to shoot in direct sunlight because you're going to get a lot of shadows that are really tough to edit out. And number 5 is to have a person to help. Even if it's you and a photographer, trust me, you're gonna be way less stressed out and you're gonna get way more pictures by just even having one other person there to help. For example, if I had the photographer here, then I would be talking about which product I wanted next, and then I would give one last look to it in the light box, make sure everything looks right, do any styling, do any adjustment to the product, the packaging, or the layout, and then be ready for the next one. As the photographer is shooting, I'm talking to the person who's working with me about what we want to shoot next. Then the person who's helping me can grab the product out of the way I know it sounds like I'm thinking about every tiny detail, but you're gonna get 10 times as many photos from having that one additional person there to help you. All right, those are my 5 tips for how to get ready for a photo shoot before the photographer arrives so that you can get more pictures than you ever thought possible. And if you check out below, you can see not only the link to the light box as well as the mats, but you can also visit the link to my website in order to get more information on courses and other resources that I provide for product-based businesses. And of course, you can subscribe to this channel to get the videos as I release them every week. Thanks for watching.